So, my next review of the day is going to be a film called Rental Family. Rental Family is starring Brendan Fraser there. It's a movie about an American actor in Tokyo there, and he's having it rough. He's having a bad time there. He's an actor there that is getting passed up a lot. He's kind of on the loser streak of his career. He's on the downfall of it there. And he's struggling to find work, struggling to find jobs there, and until he kind of gets a kind of a message there, a call there, and kind of maybe gets told, like, maybe you want to come in and do something there that I think you'll be a great fit for. And what that great fit is working for this company that's called Rental Family. And you'll be the token white guy there that is for the company. And kind of his role is there to be and uses his acting ability to kind of be a stand-in for people in their lives. Like there's stories in this where he meets a variety of different people. There's some people who he stays with more than others that we see as a constant throughout. That's one of the stories there you see in this trailer of him playing a father of a young girl there that never knew her father. Another one is where he shows up as a reporter to an actor who has Japanese actor who has dementia there. And he, is kind of playing a reporter to kind of like, so he has somebody to tell his story to, because this actor thinks everybody has forgotten about him and nobody cares about him anymore there and what he's done. And you see that of like the role that he plays in these people's lives there and how he can make them feel. And you see that at first he's kind of like hesitant to do it because he's like, well, this is kind of weird. I'm, playing this part in these people's lives, like strangers, and I'm, kind of lying or pretending there. Like, this is a little strange, but he kind of over time learns the value of that and kind of the purpose of it. And also you see in this movie, various forms of which he kind of serves these kind of people and the roles that he kind of fulfills there, even at a small capacity. For example, there's a character in here where he goes to their house and he just plays video games with them. Like, there's a guy that he just goes to his house and they play fighting games together and do that. Like, that's the role he serves there. There's something where he poses as a husband for a woman who's a lesbian, and she can't tell her family that she's a lesbian. She fakes a whole marriage so that she can leave her family and go somewhere else. So he serves that purpose. So, and like I said, one of the main constant roles that he's the stand-in for that we see throughout the movie there, that is one of the big emotional cores of it, is that where he's pretending to be this little girl's father there, so she can get into like this prestigious school, and she can't get in if her mother is a single mother. So he has to play the role of the husband and father there. And that's a very sweet kind of a great moment there. And of course it helps when you have a guy as lovable as Brendan Fraser there playing this part, playing this token white guy. That helps a lot in it as well there. And you see with this, like some of the dark side of it, of what something like this could be. For example, there's a female actress in this. Let me see if I can pull up her name real quick. Did you ever see Godzilla Monsters and Gods, or what was that show called about Godzilla?
The Apple show. I never saw it.
Oh, okay. There's an actress was the lead role in that. She's in this. And her role is she plays, like, they do like apology services where she poses as like the mistress of a husband. So she'll go and like apologize to the wife, and that ends up being pretty dangerous, and like she gets slapped and all these things like that. So yeah, they offer kind of something like that in it. And you just see kind of the different roles that this can kind of take on. And kind of the sense of people need community. People need a sense of being wanted, being that emotional human connection there, and why that is kind of so important. And I did think that was kind of a big theme throughout the movie there. I haven't heard of this director. Hirika is a director there. They've done other work. They've done 37 Seconds as well there. So I have not seen that before. But yeah, so I think, much like Eternity, the movie we talked about, Very much like a tearjerker type movie there. Very much you will kind of get emotional there, even if it is maybe a little slightly corny or maybe slightly maybe kind of predictable there. I did
Right.
like this. So this was the actress I was talking about, Mary Yamamoto there. So she's the one. She was in that Godzilla show there. So she was there as
Oh,
well.
okay.
Uh, and the guy who runs the rental service there in Japan is an actor you probably have seen also before. I'm trying to think of something he was in. Tieko Hira. He was in. Have you? Did you watch Shogun? Did you ever see that?
I have not seen Shogun, but like I have definitely seen this guy on ads for that show before.
Okay. Yeah, he's in Shogun there. Actually, funny enough, he was also in Godzilla too. He was also in that show too, Legacy of Monsters as well. He was also on that.
Guess this
But
is this is the reunion of the the Legacy of Monsters show, I guess.
yeah, well, hey, it's in Tokyo. Maybe Godzilla should have made an appearance. Maybe they should have done something like that. Like
Well, hey, it's got Brendan Fraser. A mummy couldn't show up in Tokyo. Maybe just Godzilla.
yeah. So yeah, I kind of like that. I kind of like what the movie had to say about there. And even Brendan Fraser's character, he even kind of uses some version of like a rental family because he is in a relationship with a sex worker and he pays her, and then there's moments where he just like tells her about his day, and I mean they also have sex too, but he also tells her about like his day and how things are going and everything like that. So there's even like you see different characters in the movie use kind of different versions of you know that kind of type of work there. I thought that was kind of an interesting outlook on that, of how because at first he has this hesitance toward when he is actually using that very thing himself, which was also kind of interesting there. So yeah, it's emotional when it has to be. I think it's funny when it has to be, and that works well there. And I think there's some really good segment, really good performances too, especially when he does like the reporting for when he was the reporter for the older man who's the actor who has dementia. There's some good stuff there with that. And that has a great
Right.
ending to it. So for me, I would give it a tune in for me. Any
Yeah.
questions about the movie?
This seems really right up my alley. I always like these sort of smaller scale, like slice of life stories, and this seems like something I would really like a lot. So, I'm glad to hear it's good.
Yeah. I remember checking it out if you can there. I don't know if it's still playing in theaters there, but if it is, yeah, I think it'd be a decent watch there. So
Yeah.
tune in for me for Rental Family.